Hello, my name is Sonia Ross. I'm a psychotherapist, intuitive messenger, and author. And this is the July 2024 numerology reading and energy forecast for life path number 6. This is the reading of the energy and the numerology around life path 6 for July of 2024. So welcome, life path 6. I'm very, very happy you're here. So before we get started, I'll give my typical disclaimer that these messages are never meant to be fortune telling or predictive in any way. They're about helping you, Life Path 6, to empower yourself to work with the energies of the month. You have complete dominion and sovereignty over your life, and you are always in power. So, nothing I say in these videos is ever meant to take you away from your natural inborn power. Adjust this a little bit. Okay. Have my I Love Tarot shirt. Okay. So I just wanted to say that. And so always remember, no matter what anyone says, always check with your intuition, always check how what any information you receive feels in your body. That's the true way to know if something is or isn't for you. Nothing is ever meant to inspire fear. Nothing is ever meant to inspire anxiety. Okay? So I've already confirmed with Spirit we have the right cards and we're going to begin. And so I'm getting the sense that this may be kind of a wet reading for you. And what I call a wet reading is that there's a lot of water in your reading. Okay. So yes, I was correct. Okay. So we're beginning with the Two of Swords. Okay. So you're having some trouble making a decision. Okay. We're beginning with the Hanged Man, but he's coming up in the obstacle. So yeah, you're having trouble making a decision and you need to shift your perspective, but you're not doing so. Then we have the Knight of Pentacles. All right. We have the Knight of Pentacles. Then we have the Death card. Okay. Then we have an outcome. The last one, we have the Fool. The Fool. Okay. So out of 5 cards, you have 3 major arcana. So this is going to be a big transformative period for you, Life Path 6. And the reason I'm saying the reading is wet is because we have a lot of water imagery in your reading. And then we have 2 cards that are ruled by water, okay? We have the Hanged Man, which is ruled by Pisces, the planet Neptune, and in Pisces is ruled by water. And then we have the planet Neptune. And then we have Death, which is ruled by Scorpio and Pluto, and Scorpio is ruled again by water. So you have 3 cards that have a water element. So this is going to be, a lot of depth, and a lot of transformation. Okay. So we're going to begin. What's my time here? Okay. Okay. So Spirit, what would you like to say about the Two of Swords? So Spirit is saying, Life Path 6, that you're at a crossroads in your life. You're at a crossroads. And you're kind of feeling like you don't know which way to turn. But the truth is the answer is within you, but you may not want to pay attention to it. So this is interesting, okay? So in the Two of Swords imagery here, one second, my phone buzzed. Why is it buzzing? Like, no, okay. Sorry about that. So in the Two of Swords imagery here, she's sitting on a rock and she's in her nightie and she's kind of, wondering what she should do. But the truth of the matter is she could put these 2 swords down and take that blindfold off her eyes, right? So basically Spirit is saying that, yes, you are at a crossroads in your life, but if you are having trouble making a decision, it's because you're choosing to have trouble making a decision. And Spirit is saying the answer is within you. The answer has always been within you. Hold on a second. The answer is within you. It has always been within you. It just wasn't lining up. The answer that is within you wasn't lining up with your thinking, and so you didn't want to accept it. That's what I'm receiving. What else would you like to say about the Two of Swords, Spirit? Okay, Spirit is saying you've been going through a lot of internal mental struggle, and that's also what the Two of Swords is about. Is internal, it's an internal mental struggle, and it's like you've been feeling mentally like you're in bondage, not being sure which way to go, and yet like your mind has been felt like it's being pulled in two directions. For some reason, I'm getting like it's a father and a mother. So I don't know if this is if this is literally about your father and your mother, or is it about the masculine and the feminine principle, or is this kind of like a metaphor for the masculine and feminine principle inside of you, which we all have regardless of our gender identity? Which one is it, Spirit? Is it a physical father mother, or is it a metaphor? Okay, Spirit is saying that you're going through a metamorphosis right now. You say, what kind of metamorphosis? A metamorphosis into being who you are, and a metamorphosis, life path 6, into who you came here to be. When you say who you came here to be, what do you mean? You're going through a metamorphosis to become who your soul came here to be. And it's kind of like it's important for you to step onto your soul path, but you may have felt frightened or afraid to do so. It may be something that's kind of, different or outside your wheelhouse or outside your norm. I totally understand that. I'm a psychotherapist, but here I am giving life path tarot guidance. This is not anything I ever expected to do, but here I am, and I love doing it. And so I understand it's outside of my box, it's outside of my wheelhouse. Maybe what will other people think? And so Spirit is saying, it's time to end the struggle that is within you and really take the blindfold off so you can hear yourself and think clearly, because you're going through a deep metamorphosis right now, life path 6. And so in the obstacle position is the hangman. And so the hangman is pretty much about someone who's suspended. They're kind of, and they're basically having like a lot of time to think because they're hanging upside down. They're just kind of in the air. But if you look at the card, you see what's happening. While he's thinking, he has a light around his head. And so that's like he's gaining illumination. His brain is lighting up. He's, connecting through with the divine through his change of perspective. But this is coming up as your obstacle life path 6. So Spirit is saying you're not having the necessary change of perspective that you need to step onto your path. What would you like to say about the hangman, Spirit? Okay, changing of perspective is necessary when you're going through a metamorphosis and transformation. Metamorphosis and transformation are not anything to be frightened of, but it's something to embrace. That's not the word they're using. The word they used just kind of went quickly out of my mind, but let me go back and see here. What are you saying about metamorphosis? Metamorphosis are times of transitions that should be embraced. When you fight them, you make it more painful and difficult for yourself. And you're obviously going through a deep metamorphosis because you have the death card here. And you also have the Fool card, which is the card of new beginnings. So you're going to have a new beginning, life path 6, and there's nothing that you can do about it other than fight it, and which makes your life more difficult. And Spirit is saying, don't do that. What would you like to say about that? It's time for a perspective shift because it's time for your life to shift. It's time for you to embrace who you really are in whatever ways that shows up for you. And this is not a situational thing because you have you have 3 major arcana. This is a life-changing thing. This is something that's on your life path to change into, and that you're supposed to be doing it. Your perspective is supposed to shift. This is what your soul came here to do. And so what I'm receiving is that your soul came here to be one way and then experience being another way. And that the two are going to look very different and they may feel very different, but it's going to be what your soul came here to experience. And it'll be more pleasant and satisfying for you. Or pleasant is my word. Let me not use that word. It'll feel more embodied and like you're finally being who you really, really are. But you have to allow your perspective to shift. And then we have the Knight of Pentacles. And so here, this is a card that's basically not moving. And so there's something in your life, in your physical reality that is unchanging and kind of immovable in the Knight of Pentacles energy. Okay, so Spirit, what would you like to say about the Knight of Pentacles? The Knight of Pentacles is about stability in form. And so has this person been kind of not wanting to make changes because they don't want to change their outside world? Yes. So Spirit is saying you have not wanted your outside world to change. And so you've kind of just been in this Knight of Pentacles energy, very stationary, but also Spirit is saying you also may have felt stuck. And you may have been like, why am I feeling stuck? But you maybe not have been able to connect to the feelings of why you feel stuck. Because the Knight of Pentacles is a very stationary card. It's a card that's very still, it's not unmoving, and it's the slowest card in the tarot deck. There's no energy, there's no movement. It's kind of a plodding card, plodding, just plodding, Plodding. Like plodding is to move slow, but this is kind of like you're just stuck, you're just there. But you're there by your choice because you haven't wanted things to change. And you've tried to keep yourself in a stationary position when you really know nothing can stay stationary forever. It either decays or it moves. And so Spirit is saying you have been feeling stuck with this. You have been feeling you have felt stuck life path 6 because you haven't been wanting to move. And you're beginning to feel burdened. And Spirit is saying you're burdened by the idea of transformation, but transformation doesn't have to be a burden. And then, the next card we have is the Death card. And the Death is dying to your old self and becoming someone new, so that you can have a new beginning and a new opening in your life. So these are like powerful cards. So what would you like to say about the Death card, Spirit? Spirit is saying death is not the end, and death is not the end. Death is a new beginning. Death is always a new beginning in any way that it presents itself, whether that be a physical death, an emotional death, a death of old ideas, a death of hierarchies and structures, a death of patterns and cycles and karmic patterns. There's a joke about the only thing that's guaranteed in life is death, but Spirit is saying what that really should be saying is the only thing that's guaranteed in life is change, which is totally, that's a phrase as well. That's a saying. The only thing that's guaranteed in life is change. And 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 change in cycles and change in rhythms and change in patterns. And that's what it is, it's what it's about. Because when we're in the spirit realm, things are perfect and we're in complete harmony and love. But we come down to this dimension, the third dimension, to experience change and to experience ourselves as a being through the experience of change. And so Spirit is saying you're not doing yourself any favors by trying to be indecisive and act, like you don't know what's going on, to not shift your perspective, to be and to be an energy of unmovable energy and feel stuck. You're not doing yourself any favors, and that the thing that your soul came down here to experience in the physical world is change. So change is not your enemy. Change is a natural part of the soul's journey and what the soul comes here to experience. So Spirit is saying death is not your enemy. Change is not your enemy. cycles and patterns are not your enemy, and that life is not your enemy. Spirit wants you to embrace life, embrace change, and embrace a new beginning. And so that next card we have is the Fool, which is the first card in the tarot deck, and some places the tarot is called the Fool's Journey, because the whole tarot is about this being representing us as humans going on a journey throughout the 78 cards of the tarot, meeting all these major life experiences, and then meeting all the major life experiences of the major arcana, and meeting all of the situational and temporary experiences of the minor arcana. This is the tarot is the human journey, and Spirit is saying that, so this is you. This is, you needing to begin a new journey, life path 6. A new journey, a new beginning. So what would you like to say about the Fool card? Okay, so Spirit is saying, don't be afraid to step out on your own and to have a new beginning. Yeah, to be different, to show up different, to create in a different way. Spirit is saying, don't be afraid to be yourself. Because when you're yourself, you're more of who you truly are. And Spirit is saying a new beginning awaits you that looks different, feels different, but you'll feel much more happy and satisfied for whatever this is, life path 6. Whatever this change and transformation is, you're going to feel much more happy and satisfied that you've allowed it to take place, because you're going to feel more like yourself. More like yourself, and more like who you've always known yourself to be, but you may have pushed in the background because of other people's thoughts and ideas, or it seems silly, or this is just my own interpretation. But Spirit is saying a new beginning is necessary for further evolution and unfoldment. The unfolding of you being yourself, you being your highest self, and you being your truest self. And that part of your soul's path is to be your truest self, who you came here to be. Anything else, Spirit? Okay, another thing Spirit is saying, life path 6, is that part of your journey is a journey of love. And so that's whatever that means for you. It's a journey of love, and it's a journey of self-acceptance. And that when you start loving yourself, you'll heal on the deepest levels, and you'll be amazed at what happens. And Spirit is saying a deep self-love journey is the greatest journey to be on. And they want you to hold on to that, life path 6. Is there anything else? Okay. So I hope that resonated with you, life path 6. Okay. So you're going through a deep metamorphosis. And Spirit says, don't fight it, because that's what you came here to do. Okay. So I'm just going to ask the angels. Angels, one card for life path 6 for July of 2024. Angels, one card for life path 6 for July of 2024. Metamorphosis. So you're going through a deep metamorphosis, life path 6. So angels, one card for life path 6. One card for life path 6. Beautiful. Signs and reminders. Signs and reminders. Beautiful card. It's beautiful. It has feathers and it has butterflies. Oh, listen to this, life path 6. Remember we talking about you going through a metamorphosis, and look what you have here. You have butterflies, the ultimate symbol, a very popular symbol in our culture on Earth, I think, for metamorphosis because of the deep transformation the butterfly goes through. Oh, that's awesome. Let me see what else is coming out of here. We have the moon peeking out through here too. Or is this the moon? Yeah. No, wait, no, this is not the moon. This is a planet. All right, because this is actually, above Earth. Okay. Interesting. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay. Signs and reminders. Angels and loved ones in heaven are sending you signs of their presence now. You may be seeing the same number patterns and sequences, finding feathers, seeing the same birds at special times, or even feeling that you're being visited by a loved one or an angel in your dreams or at some point in your day. These are all messages of support. You are on the right path and you are being guided to know that you will not walk alone on this path. In times of need, angels are beside you, blessing your heart with love and healing. And your angels and loved ones in heaven will never leave you. Their love will never die. Extended message. Angels love to send us signs because we're often not in a space where we can fully listen to their guidance. Most of the time, because we're too busy or not willing to listen to the messages we hear or on the inside, which is what I said, you're not willing to listen to what's inside of you. They use signs to catch our attention. They remind us that our angels and loved ones in spirit are with us and willing to help us. If you have ever found yourself questioning certain events or signs, it's because somewhere within you, you don't feel fully adequate or worthy of the love that is being shown to you. Know that you are worthy. When you receive a sign, there is an important step that you must take in order to usher miracles into your life. Call in help. A sign is a message that help is available, so welcome it with an open heart. Sorry, it got dark here, Life Path 6. Okay, so that's what Spirit is saying. You have support around you. You have to listen within to yourself, though. You're going through a deep transformation. You're going through a deep metamorphosis. Let me show you the card that's on the bottom of the angel deck. Manifestation. Okay? So you're manifesting a new version of yourself, Life Path 6. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much, Spirit. Thank you so much, angels. Thank you so much for this reading for Life Path 6 for July of 2024. We are very, very grateful. Okay, so I hope that resonated with you, Life Path 6. Please let me know in the comments. Spirit definitely had a very strong message for you today. If you'd like an in-depth intuitive reading, that information is in my description box below. And I'm happy to do these readings. I love doing them monthly and sharing all of this with everyone. It's a beautiful process for me. So my name is Sonia Ross. I'm a psychotherapist, intuitive messenger, and author. And this was the July 2024 numerology reading and energy forecast for Life Path 6. I hope this resonated with you in some way. So please click the like button, subscribe to the channel, and leave me a comment below. And until we meet next month, Life Path 6, peace.